And remember this, Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. He's a threat. And you know, we'll bring in adversaries, and I'll bring it in right now, but even Vladimir Putin. Has anybody ever heard of Vladimir Putin? Of Russia says that Biden's, and this is a quote, politically motivated persecution of his political rival is very good for Russia because it shows the rottenness of the American political system, which cannot pretend to teach others about democracy. So, you know, we talk about democracy, but the whole world is watching the persecution of a political opponent that's kicking his ass. It's an amazing thing.
Again, he continually talks about going after, they are going after Biden right now and his family. So again, the idea that that's unacceptable as they literally do it is ridiculous. But that video starts off with him projecting onto Biden. Biden is a threat to democracy, said by the guy who tried to overthrow the results of a legitimate election, and then ends by literally parroting Russian propaganda designed to destroy American democracy and democracies of many nations. It is designed to say, you know, America, which was thought of at least as being this advanced, successful, stable democracy. Nah, that's no good. That's no good. So they don't get to be a leader on any of those topics. We can just do whatever we want. And well, Vladimir Putin, by the way, is running for president again. He'll be president until literally the day he dies, and maybe longer. And Trump thinks that's awesome. Trump is literally parroting a dictator's, again, a different dictator in this case, language to justify turning away from democracy. And as he does it, he pretends that Joe Biden is the one that is destroying democracy. Now, you can criticize Joe Biden. The fact that Joe Biden is presiding over a Democratic Party that's pretending that it doesn't have to conduct primaries, that's effectively killing the primary process. I think that is totally worthy of criticism. But the idea that that is equivalent to literally trying to murder Mike Pence and overturn the results of elections seems a little ridiculous. Francesca, what do you think?
And this is where the Republican Party, I think, has been headed for a long time. And it actually is how the Senate is structured, which is completely unrepresentative of the people in this country, to say nothing of the Electoral College. But they worship the likes of Viktor Orban in Hungary, right? They worship Xi Jinping. They worship these leaders that, yeah, want to be dictators for life, that believe that, as in Orban's case, democracy has failed. These so-called quote unquote Western democracies with their, pluralistic societies that are inclusive and, inclusive of people of all races and religions and genders and identities. No, all that has failed. That project has failed. We need to move toward, Christian nationalist hegemony, as if that wasn't already the case. And we should just lean into that. We should just accept it and embrace it. And that's what the right wants to do in this country. All that other stuff has failed. Now it's our turn to do fascism, and we have to prevent that and stop that. But that's exactly what Putin wants. And again, this is not to fearmonger around Putin's hiding behind every corner. No. But that is part of the way that they strategically undermine a lot of, Western democracies that are like trying to have free and fair elections. It's like, it's different levels of propaganda. This is definitely the ideological level of propaganda, convincing you that, democracy is a done deal. Let's just go with fascism now.
By the way, you cite the people who be like, oh, you're trying to make everything about Vladimir Putin. I didn't put a Putin quote in his teleprompter. That was him and his team. He's the guy who literally quoted Vladimir Putin, okay? You can understand why we would be a little bit concerned about that. I don't think that, the chalkboard line connecting those two is all that long when he's the one specifically quoting him in his quest to destroy democracy. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.